Hey guys, good morning and welcome to the Camp Financial Stock Market Update. So we missed yesterday, so we didn't get a rundown yet of all of the July results, all of the the monthly results in July. I'm going to try to go over those today, as well as the the regular day-to-day what happened in the markets yesterday. There's some continued earnings reports that are going to be coming out today on Tuesday, and we'll take a look at those. So there's a few before. You got Procter & Gamble, Pfizer's coming out, CVS, let's see, Honda, Aetna, the healthcare company, their healthcare plan, Emerson. And coming out after the markets, you got AIG, Fiserv, Electronic Arts, Devon Energy. So there's definitely going to be some. Really, we're talking about pretty much every sector right there that's going to have some earnings reports coming out. So let's jump into the heat map on the S&P 500. Apple, good day yesterday. So consumer goods pretty much held serve with that. Personal products, Procter & Gamble, Kimberly-Clark, Clorox, all did well. Your discount variety stores, Walmart, Costco, Target, Dollar Tree, all performed pretty well. Amazon, the airlines performed well yesterday. Biotechs had a great day yesterday. Healthcare manufacturers were up. And let's go to who got crushed, and that would be the basic materials groups. Basically anything that has to do with oil and gas was down yesterday. Kinder Morgan down 3.79. I see some Hess in here down 4.5. Apache down 5. Marathon Oil 5.25. Murphy Oil down 6.56. Even Exxon and Chevron down 3 to 3.5 points each. So yeah, bad day to be in the oil and gas world or spectrum. Tech again performed pretty well. Google up, Yahoo up. So it's pretty good. Pretty even day again in the market. Kind of what we've gotten used to seeing, where it starts out down or it starts out up and then it comes back and kind of bounces through and it ends up pretty much flat for the day. So S&P 500 down 0.13%, NASDAQ up 0.43%, and the Dow down 0.15%. So pretty basic Dow and S&P, pretty much what you expected. And then, like I said, tech had a pretty good day, so the NASDAQ was up. Let's jump into the S&P 500 and actually look at the worst performers in the S&P 500. Let's see who we got. So Diamond Offshore, Transocean, Murphy Oil, Devon Energy, and Vulcan Materials Company were our bottom 5 yesterday in the S&P 500. If you look through the top 20, there's one other industrial goods company. Vulcan Materials is an industrial goods. There's one other, and that is Flowserve, and one utility, Oneok, I think is how you pronounce that. Both in the bottom 20, but everything else oil and gas related. If you're just looking at the bottom 5, down anywhere from 6.19% to 7.66%. So the have-nots definitely got hammered. Let's take a look at Now we'll take a look at the halves, or the top performers in the S&P 500. Biogen, Alexion Pharmaceuticals, Netflix, Newell Brands, and Garmin. So let's take a look at those. Biogen up 4.1, Alexion 3.8, Netflix 3.42, Newell Brands up 2.88, and Garmin up 2.61. The Garmin trade is just kind of been continuing up after the big pop on their earnings that came out. They've run from about $46 a share up to almost $56 a share in the last week. So, another, like I said, another pretty good day for Garmin. Now let's jump over to the Dow, if it'll get back there. Alright. Worst performers in the Dow, obviously Exxon and Chevron. We've already talked about that on the heat map. Also Verizon, Caterpillar, and United Technologies. Verizon down 1.64, Caterpillar down 0.98, United Technologies down 0.66%. The top performers in the Dow: Apple, Pfizer. So let's go look at Apple. Apple is 1.77% up, Pfizer 1.14, Walmart 1.11, Procter & Gamble 0.96, and Cisco at 0.66. We had 14 advancers, 1 flat, and 15 decline in the Dow yesterday. So we're pretty much, holding exactly. If you look at what the Dow did, down 0.13%, that pretty much coincides, or 0.15%, that pretty much coincides with those numbers right there. So now what I want to do is let's take a look at the markets. There we go. For the month of July, the S&P 500 ended up 3.56%. The Dow Jones up 2.8%, and the Nasdaq up 6.6%. Obviously, like I mentioned before, the tech companies have been performing quite well. I'm not sure if I have the full year. Yeah, maybe I do right here. There we go. So let's look at the full year on those as well. So now we're S&P. This is through the end of July, up 6.34%. The Dow up 5.78%, and the Nasdaq up 3.08%. So we're seeing a pretty strong year in the market, really. I mean, up 6% through July. We're looking at pretty much a basic normal year for the market, probably up around 10% by the end of the year, as long as there's no corrections or anything that come into the system. I'm looking at some of my, my two systems that have been going for the full year. I've got one that's technical based, up 12.74%, and the other one that focuses on, well, it kind of touches all three parts. Quantitative, looking for the right sectors. Fundamentals, finding the right company, finding the companies in there that have the best fundamental prospects going forward, and then also taking a look at a couple of the technical levels just to see if they're ready to take off. And that system right now is up 16.87%. So, I can't complain. It's been a pretty good year so far. Just continue to follow the systems and let them work, the way they have. So I do want to mention I had sold a couple of my ones in the quantitative system in July, or on the last day of July, actually on last Friday. I had bought BGS Foods, or B&G Foods, on June 14th. Watched it ran all the way up 10, 12, 15%, something like that, by the end of July. So I'm out of that now. Well, I sold my original investment and left the profits in there, so there's, like I said, about 10% of that original investment still in the system running, as well as Compass Diversified Holdings. Now that one is one, I've actually been in that for 14, 15 months or so. It's pretty much just kind of stayed flat for the longest time, and finally ran up along with the dividends that it's paid over that time. And I decided it's time to go ahead and sell that one. No changes in the technical system. And then the latest system that I started, which is designed more on a value side, is to look for companies that are undervalued compared to their historical norms. So that system, it was actually up 5.65% in June, or in July. Since I started that system in April. So it's only got 3 months of track record, and there's only 4 holdings in it right now. It actually has outperformed the S&P slightly. I'm at 3.99% up versus the S&P at 3.39 over that time. The Dow's up 1.86 over that time, but it is trailing the NASDAQ, which is up 4.49% in that time. So that's it for today, guys. If you have any questions, any stocks you'd like me to take a look at, send me an email, chrism@campfinancial.net. You can leave notes here on the YouTube channel, SoundCloud, when this makes it up onto the SoundCloud site, as well as on Facebook or Twitter, @CMelik on Twitter. So that's it, guys. Take care, and we'll see you tomorrow.